So, well, first let me get a crimp ring. Okay. Now, on the back of this bag here, it says that this fitting, this ring needs to be placed 1/8 to 1/4 inch over the pipe. So after you do the fitting, so I'm going to slip this ring on, and I'm going to do this side so you can see a little better. You push this up to the base. Now that 1/8 to 1/4 is this measurement right here. When you crimp that down, that needs to be between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch from the edge. Okay. I'm going to try putting it right there. I'll leave it this way. I'm going to take my tool here. That'll be good right there. That right there. Trying to get that fitting lined up perfectly. Okay, that's about the spec. And you just crimp down on it like that. Nice and tight. And you're done. And that's the connect. That's about 1/8 to 1/4. And she's done. I like using these because then you don't have to fumble around with that ring trying to line it up perfectly. What you can do is this thing slides over your pipe, and it's perfectly spaced already for what you're trying to do. And the way this works is you just slip it over the pipe, and you slip your fitting in over that, and it holds it for you perfectly spaced. So I really like these type of fittings, and they're called hands-free fastening, so it makes it easier. You guys saw how I was kind of struggling with that. I mean, getting that ring lined up. This holds it tight, spaces it correctly. I really like this way better. But these are a little pricier than these, but not by much. And really, for the hassle-free fumbling around, I like these a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and do this again. Get this ready. Hold that in. And as you can see, I'm already done. See, that was a lot easier. That was much easier than the other one. But that's how you do that type of fitting. The system I'm using today is a pinch clamp system. I'll show you guys how this works. Essentially, you want to use a tool that is this type of tool. It's a pinch clamp tool for PEX pipe. And the way it works is this fitting fits right in one of these tools, like so. And then you slip it over, you stick your pipe on your fitting, and you slip this ring in, and then you just clamp it down. And as it starts clamping, the tool starts ratcheting, and you can't open it until you go through the whole ratcheting. As you can see, though, it's squeezing that fitting together. Until then, now once you've reached the end of the travel of the ratchet, you can open the tool up. And essentially that's what happens. It crimps it so tight around a fitting. That's really how it works. You got your PEX pipe, make a square cut, you slip your pinch clamp over the PEX pipe, you slip your fitting on. Then when you cinch this down, this gap between the end of the pipe and the fitting has to be between an 1/8 of an inch to 3/16 of an inch, and that's what it says right here on the back of the pinch clamp bag. It tells you how far it needs to be. And that says 1/8 of an inch to 3/16 of an inch. So you got your fitting on the pipe. You got your pinch clamp ready to go. You hold it down right there like that. At least that's how I do it. I hold it down. I open this tool up. Get it lined up. Get it lined up. Okay. Got the tool lined up. I got my spacing where I want it. And then I just start cinching down on it. There you go. That's it. That's how you do that. It's a very simple connection. Take your expansion ring and you slip it over the pipe. This only fits in one way. This side it doesn't fit. Flip it around and it'll fit over that till it bottoms out. Then you take this, you stick it in your expansion tool. You open that up. Expand the pipe and the expansion ring. Push it in a little more. Expand the pipe. Do that a few times until you got it opened up nice and good. Okay. And when this is expanded, you slip your fitting in, whether it's a coupler or a valve or a stub out or whatever the case may be. But you slip it on there like so, and you just hold it there until the pipe basically starts shrinking back to its normal size. Then when it shrinks back, it holds it very, very tight. You just hold it there. It kind of takes maybe a couple seconds. You just hold that fitting there. Still loose now, but it's going back to its normal size. Starting to get tighter. I can feel it now, catching. You just hold that in place. There, it's actually tight now. Getting tight, can't pull it anymore. And that's how you do that. Worked with PEX, CPVC, or copper. However, when you're working with PEX pipe, they send you these little fitting inserts. They're like little pipe stiffeners or tube stiffeners. So when you're using it with PEX pipe, you want to stick this stiffener in like that. Now you slip it on. Seat it. And the same thing, if you want to make a fitting connector connection and you're using PEX pipe, you got to use the stiffener. If you're using copper or whatever, you don't have to use these stiffeners. Slip it in, and that's that. You can't pull that apart. That's in there. If you want to take it apart, you simply grab it, push here, pull out. Push here, pull out. Very simple, very easy fitting to use. I'll demonstrate it one more time. You just pop in your stiffener, slip it on, you're done. Just pop on your fitting, your stiffener, and slip it in, and you're done. Well, that's how you make that type of connection. Very simple. Doesn't really require any special tools. The way this works is you take your PEX pipe. Normally you would slip this over because this pipe would be real long and you'd have to slip this fitting over like that. And you want to make sure that the tapered side goes in towards the fitting. The flat side is what you slip on first. So this here is the flat side, this here is the tapered side, and the fitting would be like this. Okay, so this is ready to go. And what you do, you take your tool, you stick the pipe into the tool, and you ratchet it. And it's expanding. Probably want to do this a couple times just to make sure. Give it a turn. Do it again. Just to make sure. Probably a third time. Just do it, turn it, give it a little rotate. Expand that. You want to expand that pipe. Push in the release lock, pops it right out. Now you got to move kind of fast because this thing will start stretching back over itself. There'll be a slight little gap here, but when you pull this fitting down over it, it'll suck it right in. So you have that fitting there. You stick this into your tool like so, and this acts as the compression part. This is compressing this fitting over that, and you see how it's sucking that down. There we go. That is very, very tight fitting. That's not going to leak. Okay, I'll go ahead and do the other ones real quick just to show you guys. I'm not going to slip my ring on because I'll just slip it on this way. But I'm going to expand this pipe. Pop it out. Rotate it. Okay, I'm going to slip this over this fitting, like so. I'll slip this on with the tapered side going towards the fitting. Now I'm ready for this. That's in there, and then this is what compresses the fitting. And as you can see, that's super tight. Super tight. Very awesome. I'll go ahead and do the last one. Stick the pipe in there. Let me slip this fitting over, push it as far as it'll go. There's a little gap there. Like I said, you'd want to slip this fitting on if you had a really long pipe or whatever, but make the tapered side go towards the fitting. That's ready. Stick it in your tool and start ratcheting. Okay, that's a done deal. Done deal. Very awesome fitting system. This is my favorite way to connect PEX pipe. Anyway, that's it, YouTube.